Hey everyone, welcome back. The artist who uses her sketchbook as an art pad when she is not working at home. Yay! What an opening. Hello everyone, yes, I am here, I am back, and I am so ready to kickstart this new era, season, time, or something like that on this channel. Thank you so much for being patient with me. I promise I'm not planning vanishing from this platform every single year. It's not a habit I want to keep. Since today I'm coming back from the dead, I thought I will use some extra necromancy skills and come back with something that I planned to turn into a series last year, but then I got to harvest only one episode out of the whole idea, and that is Miniature Monday. But not only a simple Miniature Monday with only one little artwork in it, but an epic Miniature Monday with 25 little paintings in it. A Miniature Monday which kind of turned into a Miniature Wednesday this time, since technology hates me and I overestimated myself a bit too much with that very tiny amount of time that I left myself for editing this thing. So welcome to the voiceover. Actually, this is also the second one. Seems like I had to relearn how to make videos. I had to realize during the editing that I will have to create a completely new voiceover for this whole thing. Okay, not a completely new, but an improved one, because the video turned out so long. I was sitting in front of the computer thinking, oh my gosh, how will I fill up this with talking? But anyway, let's do this. Let's write more. Good job on me. Wow, not a nice way to start this whole back to YouTube thingy, talking all about what an overstressed failure I am. I definitely deserve that applause. But here we are, let's talk about the video instead, shall we? The inspiration came from the painting maestro herself, Lady Robin Sealark, who just when I started forming the idea for this challenge, submitted a video where she painted 40 paintings in 10 hours. If you don't know who Robin is, she's an amazing painter and YouTuber who mostly paints photorealistic landscapes, especially waves, and when I found her channel I was binge watching it over and over and over for days. She is so inspirational and can talk about art and artworking in such ways I got totally sucked into it. I definitely recommend checking her out. I will put the link to her channel in my description box. So I was determined to paint 25 miniature paintings in one take. First I was like, I will be able to do it in a day either. And then it took me a week. I will talk about it later in the video. So why miniatures? Honestly, I don't know. I simply love creating them. There are many posts on the internet stating that when you purchase from an artist, you are not only purchasing an artwork, you are purchasing a piece of soul. It makes me feel a miniature painting is truly a little piece of shard of someone. I know it sounds cheesy and horrible, but if I have to think deeper into this is what comes to my mind. But when I got into miniature creation first, it was more of a technical step than a spiritual one. I purchased watercolor paper in big B1 size box, and when I cut it the sizes I need, I usually have tons of leftover pieces which are sizes I know I will never be able to use up into anything. So I started to cut up those leftovers, and now I have tiny papers, mountains of them, everywhere in my room. They are taking over. Seriously, I have a huge box filled up with these little pieces of papers. And the exact same thing happened this time too. I had to cut out A4 size papers, and in the end when I cut up the leftovers, I somehow ended up with exactly 25 pieces of little papers. I was not measuring anything, I just cut, and I felt that since I got such a nice number, I have to do something with it. This is how the idea for this video came first. Also, I wanted to do something that is finally not gouache. If you are only using one medium for a long time, there's a good chance you will get tired and flat, and to fresh yourself up, there's a need for a medium change. I can highly recommend it. If you are having an art block or something, change mediums and try something else. You might get surprised in the end. I personally realized the other day that what a difference using a different type of ballpoint pen for sketching can make. In my sketchbooks, I'm usually drawing with ballpoint pen and coloring them with watercolors, and I wanted to do something with that technique. Also because I found this very old commission on my hard drive on the other day, and it made me want to use this kind of technique again. It was made with pencils and some simple, cheaper watercolors, but the technique is almost the same, and I remember being very proud of it. So yeah, I wanted to do something similar to it. Also, I think it will be a good time to mention that I'm finally taking commissions again. Woohoo! Self-promo time! If you are interested in anything, feel free to drop me a mail. The address is in the box below. So here we are. I decided to separate this thing into sections since I knew I wanted to make different designs, but some of them I liked too much. I wanted to give them different goes. I worked with 3 mediums. After sketching out the pieces with a mechanical pencil with a 2B lid inside, I made a line art with a zebra black fine liner, which is my favorite ballpoint pen for drawing ever. It has such a nice and thin line, which opacity and hardness can be controlled very easy. And for watercolors, I used my St. Petersburg White Night set, which is a semi-custom put-together set. I had the original 24 set, then I got another 24 set from a friend as a gift who was not using it that much, and purchased some extra colors to it with time. So yeah, it's a pretty big custom set. But one thing was sure, all of them will have horn, since it was Junicorn monthly challenge time. If you are not familiar with these challenges, there are months which have a topic. The month's name is Wash Together with a theme, and if you want to join in, you simply create something every day dedicated to the theme of the month. Maybe I could be wrong, but if I could recall, the whole thing started back when Inktober was created, maybe. I'm sure many of you know the challenge is the biggest one, and people usually join that or Halloween every year. But the monthly theme challenges just bloom after that, and now we have Inktober and Halloween, November, Mermaid, Junicorn, I think June Fae, and Smogus. And I think that's all. If you know any more of them, feel free to let me know. I know that many artists started creating their own challenges, and I find them a very good idea. These challenges can be helpful when you don't know what to draw, or going through an art block phase, or you just simply want to learn something new with getting into a challenge of stuff that you don't usually draw. So this time I decided to join into Junicorn, where, if you could not guess, the words June and unicorn are merged up. So you are supposed to create something unicorn related every day of the month, which was a funny thing for me because, if I can be honest, I have kind of enough of the whole mermaid unicorn madness that is going on the internet right now. It's so overrated and boring for me. Of course, if you are liking it, it's totally okay. It's just my opinion. And I was surprised at myself that I decided to join into this challenge. But since it was still more inspiring than mermaid for me, I decided to give it a go. And after some trials and errors, I found a way I could interpret this unicorn madness into my world, using my own creatures and simply putting horns on them. And if you recognize it, this could also be a very early November challenge too, since I colored every piece with a single shade while going through my watercolor set one by one. I am almost 100% sure I would not be able to try November in the exact month anytime soon, because that is already part of my Christmas craziness, preparing gifts and such things. So it was also nice to give this challenge an extra go. Going through almost every shade made me use colors I'm not usually using. It was a funny thing to discover what I'm actually having in my set that is always waiting for me but never gets the love it deserves. This challenge might have changed that for me regarding future works. So, as I mentioned earlier, I decided to create sections of the pieces and make five artworks in each topic. The first one was a group of asylum kids who are pretty new to my realm, little tiny anthropomorphic creatures with humanoid heads but animal bodies. After them came my dog birds, who are again some crazy mashup, bird-headed but four-leg creations, their bodies representing some forms of a sighthound. My favorite designs so far were the ones where it's only a head planted into a mushy intestine surface. Also, where I'm playing with more eyes, it gives them an even crazier look, which gives me a don't ask why, but science fiction vibe. The lot of eyes are definitely parts of some mutations. Even though these are organic creations, they still got some machine vibe to them. Then came the skulls. If you know me, I love animal skulls. I love drawing and painting them. I love creating skull-head creatures so much. I recently did a post on Instagram where the caption of the sketch was, "You can never go wrong with adding an extra skull on it." A bit after that Coco Chanel sentence that about the black dress, I think, which is also very, very true. Use more type of skulls because I thought drawing only horse type unicorn skulls will be too plain, so we got a rabbit, a cat and wolf into the party too. Wow, in the end we will have such Game of Thrones vibes here. After creating all these 15 drawings, I got a bit stuck with the ideas, how to continue and with what creatures, when I decided to go more surreal and bring my house heads into the picture too. I had more fun with this than I originally thought I would, and I think they turned out pretty good. And in the end, I brought out these tiny house creature thingies with eyes from my sketchbook and stick with them as I found them really cute. My absolute favorite is the grey one, which is running somewhere. Its roof flowing in the air like dog's ears. It just turned out so cute, I think. I only made 4 of these since I ran out of the colors in my palette. I already had to make an extra orange as a filler. I have 2 types of oranges and originally left the darker one out because I thought the shades are too close and it wouldn't make any difference. And in the end I wanted to dedicate a card to my beloved OC Kobela too. I left out this blue shade only for her. I was kind of sad I only had these darker muddy colors for the tiny houses in the end, and their cards turned out pretty dark next to the colorful ones, but this only makes me want to revisit them in the future and use for something else that is lighter and a bit more colorful. I do not know what's with me nowadays, but my mind is getting drawn to the more colorful schemes in art. It's so unghost of me. One of the things I definitely want to improve myself on is faster working. I told in the beginning of the video I wanted to complete this self-challenge in 1, maximum 2 days, and in the end it took me a whole week. Of course I'm still happy and executed this challenge, and even though I'm sad about the time it took me, it definitely gave me a lesson. I not only know what I have to improve myself on, but I also want to improve myself on it, and that's the difference. Also, I think it's very visible when I was working tired or wanted to finish a piece so badly, I just mashed it all up. On some pieces I created a bit too much contrast, or for shading I did not use the better matching shade. But overall, I'm really happy how they turned out. And I think that's all I could say about this mini project of mine. Now I would like to catch you up a bit of where I've been and what is currently happening nowadays, because yeah, I've been away for a long while, and I think my last videos were my Inktober ones last year. So yeah, it's definitely been a while. But if you've been following me on my other social media platforms, there's a good chance you are already caught up with everything, especially Instagram, because I'm the most active there. 2018 was amazing so far. In January, I moved home to become a full-time artist and I started to work on everything that I'm currently doing. I did not come back to YouTube at the time as I was concentrating on other big tasks. I had my first solo show in April. It was made by a Hungarian Gothic organization called Memento Mori. Not only was this an amazing opportunity, which I'm super thankful for, but I also discovered that the underground scene of Hungary is a bit bigger than I originally thought. The exhibition lasted a month and I was preparing a ton of new pieces for that show. It took all my time, and when I thought about YouTube, it kind of stressed me out. So I decided to go step by step. Exhibition comes first, then everything else. As you can see, it took me a while. And I cannot wait to work with them again as I will be part of their group exhibition at the Hungarian Gothic Meet too. Another milestone I can check off my list is that I finally opened up my web shop. I've been waiting for that for such a long time. You can find a link for that in the description box. Please go and check it out. I currently have tons of originals, but don't worry, prints are on the way too, closer than you think. Also, all the miniatures will go up when the video goes live too, so if you fell in love with any of the creatures, go and check out if you can adopt any of them. But if you haven't found anything, I'm open for your requests and ideas. Every little penny that comes in goes straight back into my art, my work, and it allows me to update my shop with more and exciting stuff, and from now on it also goes back into YouTube. Of course, I'm not saying this to beg for your money, please don't feel like you have to do anything, I'm just simply letting you know about stuff. I really want to take normal care of this channel from now on. I am planning to upload at least once a week maybe. I really want to keep Miniature Monday as a series too. I don't say that I will be able to upload every Monday, it will definitely depend on my time. And it's not even sure I will have voiceover every time. Maybe I will try to make it into a chill Monday series, a simple time lapse with some music under it, a nice thing to watch in the evening after a bloody Monday that you successfully survived. What do you think about it? Please write your thoughts on it in the comments. Wow, now that I collected all this stuff that I've done, it was a pretty busy year so far and I'm enjoying it so much. And there's so much more to come. As I already mentioned, in August I will work together with Memento Mori again. This will be my third time exhibitioning at this event, and it makes me very happy that organizers think of me every year. And this year I will be part of the Artist Alley too, so I will both be exhibitioner and seller. I'm already so excited for this event. The Gothic Meet lifts my spirit up each time. I'm always so energetic and full of inspiration after that. And before and after the meet I will start preparing for the most wonderful time of the year, and that's Halloween. And in October I want to create something special this year for Halloween, and for October I already know the theme and all I will be doing. I don't want to think about what comes after that, the Christmas craziness have to wait. Halloween comes first, that's the most wonderful time of the year. That song just made a mistake. I'm just so excited about everything that is going to come. Hopefully many good things. I hope you are having a wonderful 2018 so far too. I know that 2017 was really mean to many of us, but as far as I know, many good things are happening to a lot of people around me. How's your year so far? Did you start doing something or achieve something that you're proud of, or planning to make something? Or if you're not planning anything, I hope that you're still happy and at a very good place. Oh, and since I'm talking about guys, I don't know how, but I reached 3,000 subscribers and I wasn't even here. I know it's not a big number at all, especially nowadays, but I'm so glad to know you are here and interested in what I'm doing. Seeing those emails coming in here and there, letting me know that someone new subbed, made me know that, yeah, maybe I should continue doing this thing because something is definitely happening. So thank you, really, Thank you so much. And I think that's all. 25 miniatures all ready and waiting for you. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As I said, I will try to be more active here. Which painting was your favorite? Which creature or color is your favorite? Or what do you think? Maybe I should have done some creatures with another color? Thank you so much for being here. I hope I will see you next time too. Bye guys!